So if you're still out there building landing pages, fussing over email sequences, and thinking that's going to be your ticket to success in 2026, well, I've got some pretty bad news for you. That old marketing playbook, it's officially obsolete. The rules have totally changed, and that customer journey you've been so carefully mapping out, it's about to just vanish. Look, for the past decade, we've kind of treated our customers like we could just shepherd them down this neat, predictable little path, right? But that path, that journey you've been pouring all your time and money into optimizing, it just doesn't exist anymore. Your customers are not finding you the way they used to. So if you're building for a journey that worked back in 2024, you're literally building for a ghost. Let's just be crystal clear about this. The marketing funnel isn't just broken, it's not leaking, it is dead. And why is it dead? Well, it's because real people have moved on. They're not sitting around waiting for your email to drop. They're pointing their phone's camera at a product they see on the street. They're asking a chatbot to compare 5 different options for them. They're seeing something they love in a social video and buying it before the clip even finishes. The entire game has changed. And that brings us perfectly into the first massive shift we need to talk about. We're moving from a world that was all about text-based search into a world of visual-first discovery. The camera that's in everybody's pocket right now, that is the new search bar for the real world. Now, what's really wild about this is the sheer scale of it all. Google Lens is now processing 20 billion, that's billion with a B, visual searches every single month. This isn't some small niche thing for tech nerds. No, this is a mainstream global shift, and it's happening right now. To put that in perspective, that's like almost 3 times the entire population of planet Earth, pointing their cameras at stuff every single month to ask, hey, what is that and where can I buy it? So what does this actually feel like? Honestly, the best analogy I've heard is it's like Shazam for the real world. You remember holding your phone up to a speaker to figure out what song was playing? That's exactly what's happening now for, well, every object around us. It's instant, it's totally intuitive, and it completely skips that clunky, awkward process of trying to describe something with words. Okay, so here's the bottom line for you. If your product photos aren't top-notch, and if your metadata isn't accurate enough for an AI to actually read and understand, you are literally invisible to this huge wave of camera-first shoppers. I mean, one study found that 67% of shoppers say high-quality images are more important than the product descriptions. You have to show, not just tell. It's that simple. All right, let's talk about our second big shift. I call it the collapse of time. That slow, careful journey from, maybe I'll buy that, to actually purchasing it, yeah, that's being squeezed down into just a few moments. And the engine that's driving all of this is live shopping. And listen, this is not a small trend. The market is projected to absolutely explode to over $250 billion by 2032. This is a massive financial wave that's completely resetting what consumers expect when it comes to speed and interaction. Just think about the difference for a second. Traditional e-commerce, it's slow. It's lonely. You see a product, you open a new tab, you read some reviews, you get distracted by a cat video, you abandon your cart. It's just filled with friction. Live shopping is the complete opposite. It's instant, it's social, and it turns the act of buying something from a chore into a live event. So why does this matter so much for your business? Because live shopping absolutely kills the hesitation that loses you sales. It closes that gap between, oh, I'm interested, and I just bought it, from days or even weeks down to a matter of seconds. If you aren't experimenting with live video right now, you are missing the single biggest shift from delayed consideration to instant conversion. Okay, on to shift number 3. And frankly, this might be the most critical one of all. Your customers are no longer starting their journey on Google. They're starting it with a conversation. AI is the new gatekeeper to discovery. Let's actually define this because it's a really important term. AI-mediated discovery. This is when a customer's first move isn't to a search bar, but to a chat window. They're asking an AI to do all the heavy lifting. Research products, summarize reviews, compare the technical specs, and then just deliver a personalized buying guide. They're basically outsourcing their research to a machine. And please, don't think this is some far-off futuristic thing. The data shows this is happening right now. A jaw-dropping 66% of frequent shoppers are already using AI assistants to help guide their purchasing decisions. And a third of them are using it for that very first step of just discovering a product. This isn't a trend, folks. It's an established behavior. So here's the really crucial point. AI doesn't rank websites, it recommends products. It pulls from structured data, from clear specs, from authentic reviews. So if your product information is a mess or incomplete, the AI is just going to ignore you. When someone asks an AI for the best option, your brand either shows up as the answer, or for that customer, you simply don't exist. So, we've got visual search, we have live shopping, and we have AI gatekeepers. These aren't just separate trends happening on their own, they are all interconnected pieces of a brand new customer journey. So, the big question is, how do you win? Well, first things first, you have to just throw out that old mental model. Buying doesn't happen in a neat, straight line, a funnel anymore. It happens across a dynamic, sometimes chaotic, ecosystem. Discovery might happen on social media, the research happens in a chatbot, validation happens on YouTube, and the final purchase, well, that can happen anywhere at any time. And that's the question I really want to leave you with. In a world where our cameras are search bars, where shopping is a live event, and where an AI is the first point of contact, how on earth will customers find you? The brands that are going to survive and thrive are going to be the ones who stop building funnels and start showing up everywhere that matters in this new ecosystem.